Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mortar Jellyfish video. Today I got something special for you guys. I'm going to show you guys how I solo falling games. I've spent quite a bit of time on this due to the fact that I don't like to use a better build for this. I like to use DJ because it's my favorite troop, and I want this to be more personal to how I do this versus how other people probably do it. I mean, we've all seen videos probably of somebody else doing it, but I want this to be my version of it, and so DJ is the unit I am forcing into this, which is probably not good for solos. DJ is honestly best for team plays because it gives buffs to way more units than what it will when you're just solo. With that said, either way, we're still going to get into this. Something that you should note before watching this all the way through is if you want to emulate this yourself, you do need to be level 75 with the Mortar. If you do not have that, I'm sorry, but I do not have a guide that would work for you as of right now. I will try and maybe work on some in the future, but I can't guarantee anything will work out pre-75. This is Fallen. It is hardest thing in the game that you can currently do, besides two-door Fallen. So, yeah, you should probably expect that to be higher level. Now, basically, we skipped the first round. We're coming into the second round. At 39 seconds, we're going to skip again, and we're going to place our first Cowboy. We're going to put him somewhere right here. Make sure he's set to strongest. This will cause him, unless you have Gold Cowboy, then set him on first. But this will cause him to do 4 damage to each of these, so each one that gets by only does 1 damage. If you leave him on first, he's going to overshoot this one and eventually cause you to take something that will end up doing like 5 points of damage to you. And you don't want that, and I don't want that for you, and I'm trying to save you here. Now, I'm going to try to make this a little, like, it's aggressive kind of playstyle at the beginning here. You want to constantly skip rounds because you want to borrow that like beating the round money to continue ramping off early to save yourself. So you see we're on wave 4. We just got 1 Cowboy. You can see he's hitting all these for 4 damage. By the way, attacking strongest is sometimes broken. He doesn't always attack them perfectly in a line. As you can see, the last one in the pack was actually damaged before some of the other ones. But, you know, he typically, with the amount of range space he's got around him, he typically hits everything. Now I'm going to skip into the next round as well here. I think this is the speed round that's coming up, if I believe correctly. Hopefully he gets some money shots and we can get another Cowboy here. If you don't get another Cowboy here, you'll be alright. Pretty sure you'll be alright. If not, you'll do what you have to do. Sometimes you'll get RNG good for Cowboy, sometimes you won't. Since we got good RNG, we're feeling a little bit better off in the beginning. This may not always happen. As long as you're higher level, the loss of lives is not going to hurt. We're going to skip into the next round. Now that we got 400 bucks, you want to start off with some Mortars. Basically 2 Cowboys, no upgrades, move into Mortars. We know those heavy rounds are coming, and we need as much money stockpiled as we can for those. So, now let's get into our Mortar placement. Try to keep the Mortars on the center tree. Trying to keep them pretty close together because you're going to have a DJ and you're going to want them to get captain buffs, stuff like that. So, try and keep them similar to this. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. Again, skipping the rounds, getting that pre-money if we can. As you see, we got a good placement here, so I can stack. Kinda. Mortars are a little weird with placement. I don't like them. Outlaws, you can really stack really good. And, like, Mortars, they're kind of clunky. They're kind of chunky boys. They don't fit in the slimmest little spaces. They don't fit in, like, a 1-pixel spot where you can just keep clicking and eventually get it to stick. Now you're going to see it comes to 39 seconds. I'm going to skip again. This will allow us to get into a third Mortar. You may be only at 2 Mortars right here, depending on your Cowboys procs. I've had some games that went poorly, and I've had some games that go good. And I'm not going to lie to you, sometimes even on the last boss, things can go good and bad depending on the RNG of the lightning. The lightning comes down, stuns your commander over and over and over, and you never get a commander buff off, you're in for a bad time. You get that buff off, you're in for a good time. It can be back and forth. It's a little RNG based. Next up, we're going to get another one of these guys up here. Alright, cool. Let me get him 4 of them. Now you can see we're doing pretty good here. These guys are still cruising. Oh, I forgot to mention, we should probably put this guy back on first and not strongest. That way he's putting in his work as well. We're going to get that 5th Mortar up. Now with 5th Mortar done, we shouldn't have to worry about this. We'll go back into Cowboys now. There's no more Mortars we need. They should handle all our heavy zombie needs. As you can see, they cleaned that up for us good. We're going to skip around, get that extra pre-money for another Cowboy. That's 3 Cowboys. We're going to now proceed to ramp to 9 Cowboys, no upgrades. Unless you're really broke. If you're not making like any Cowboy money procs at all, maybe consider slowing down and buying some stealth upgrades first. But I'm pretty confident that this round we have enough money to go 9 Cowboys, no upgrades before round 13. With that said, I'm going to be quiet and get me a drink of water while doing so, because this video requires me to talk a lot. And the last round we got some terrible RNG and it flopped, so yeah. So we're just gonna continue saving here. Cowboy. There's not much else to say here. You're just ramping cowboys. Your mortars are gonna do their thing, and you're gonna be all happy go lucky here. Gonna skip this round. Like I said, you probably don't have to skip these rounds right now, but I just like to play aggressive. Plus, you know, any skipped rounds is a shorter video for you guys to make this more simple. I know I could 2x speed something like this, but it's harder to follow a guide if it's 2x speed. I don't know why people 2x speed guides, but I've seen it and not a fan. I think it's better if you just leave it normal speed. If anything, you may even want to slow this down so you can follow it step by step as you go. Misclick there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and skip. We're going into wave 13. We now officially need stealth detection, so start working on that. Those stealthy boys are going to start coming in hot. Just make sure you work up what you got. We only got one stealth guy. And that seems, ooh, it's bad. The ninjas are coming. But typically this boss gets here and he ramps me off enough money that I'm pretty confident in doing this. So now we're going to work in our stealth here. We're going. And we can skip this round. So this is even more money. If you skip the ninja round in the next one, you got more money for stealth detection. There's only 2 cowboys who don't have it. Excuse me. Only 2 cowboys that don't have it, and then just work your way into bandanas on all of them if you can. May take a little bit extra beyond what you make from these rounds real quick. Yep. Okay, so I got 3 more bandanas to go. I'm going to skip again, buy this bandana. So you can see, skipping that round there gave me a free bandana upgrade now, which probably not necessary, but it's not hurting me any. It's another stealth round. It'll be easy to clear. The hardest part of the beginning part's over. You don't really have to worry till about round 20 now. You have some pretty decent time here. Now you can continue to upgrade your cowboys here like most, but because I run DJ, I do this a little bit differently. We'll go here with Commander next. Commander is going to give this static attack speed buff to people around him. So now they attack 15% faster. And then with that, I'm just going to move myself into a few Bandito upgrades just to make sure we're getting the damage we need on those bosses that come up. Along now that the commander's given him a buff, I'm not going to get the commander's last buff. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into DJ here. Now you see he's not hitting all my cowboys. That's not a problem. We're probably going to sell 90% of these cowboys by the end of the game and move them up here as a distraction for our troops, so the bosses and the tanks will attack them rather than running the whole track and then stunning commanders and stuff that we don't want. You can skip this round if you want. Like this, boom. I'm pretty sure this round isn't anything hefty, if I remember correctly. Alright. There we go. If you start to suffer, grab yourself a dual wield upgrade. I feel pretty confident right now with what we got here. With the range increase, we got it like all the way back to here before we have to work. Oops. Knocked over my water. Good thing it has a lid. Yeah, so I feel fine right now. We're good on everything. Right about here, I'd say grab this discount buff if you got it. And once you get that discount buff, go ahead and skip this round. The rest of the way, get paid for it. As your cowboys are farming money, you can either upgrade cowboys here into dual wield, or you could probably move into your outlaws. I'm going to do like 3 dual wields. I feel like they're pretty good grunt force for things coming in. The next wave, even though we skip, is just now getting out. So this really does work with skipping waves. By the time you skip the wave, it's not really overlapping. It's not really hurting in these rounds. Later on, it will hurt, so be careful if you do so. Right now, it does not. And now you can either probably grab the $4,000 DJ upgrade, or you can start grabbing outlaws. I'm going to move into outlaws. Now you could probably go either way here. I think I've done both ways. It just kind of, this build has some wiggle room what you can do for yourself if you want. We're gonna skip this round. This looks bad. I was maybe gonna rush an upgrade, but it looks like they blew it all away. So we're good. All right, next. We don't want to put these too far over because we got to remember that we're basing everything right here. So Don't go too far over in the tree. There's no reason for it. You have all the space in the world to yourself. Welcome to soloing. Nobody steals your spots for nothing. Only you can steal your own spots here. Now, we're not really counting on the Outlaws to be the powerhouses for our Cowboys in the next round. And they're not really going to be. Round 20, they're really not going to cut the Fallens down like you would think they would. They're just not upgraded enough for that. We haven't spent the money there. We're going to rely more so on our Cowboys. I was debating on waiting there to make sure if I needed an upgrade, depending on how things worked out. Looks like we're fine. We're fine for another round. Let's work on some more Outlaws. We're going to, like I said, try and keep them over here. If you keep them over here, it's a lot easier to get the buffs onto them and stuff than if they're all the way across the whole trees and everything else. So we're just going to keep them up here, keep continuing to build. And what does that put us at? 2, 4, 6, 8. We need 2 more to fit up here. Probably squeeze one right here, 9, and then another $2,000, and we'll go 10 right here. Now with that, and these Fallen coming in, we're going to go and grab Call to Arms and go ahead and just pop it, just to make sure we're safe here. I think we would have been fine either way. But yeah, Fallen round's gone. Nothing scary no more until like round 30. So just work on some Outlaw upgrades here is what I would say, because you want to have your Outlaws ready for the upcoming rounds. Now, since you're saving so much money with DJ booth and stuff too, you can also, at this point, start selling and moving Cowboys forward too as well to get back that income that you had before. I think right now I'm going to wait and grab the $4,000 upgrade for our DJ to get that 15 to 25% increase. That'll really buff the range of our guys here. And then I'm going to continue to grab first upgrades on Outlaws. Just because with that first upgrade on Outlaw and that 25% increase on DJ, your Outlaws can snipe almost all the way to the beginning portal now, which is great. Except for that I put them a little bit farther back. I did slightly different Outlaw placements this time around. Like I said, there's a little bit of wiggle room, and I'm still kind of testing personally which way I like to place them the most. And then I'm going to go ahead and sell this Cowboy. He's not worth a whole lot, and you can see that this DJ reaches up to here. So with that said, I'll just place my Cowboy right here. I'll get him some upgrades so he can milk me in some new money. I'm just going to go ahead and do that with 3 of them right now. You know what? Because I want some extra money. I want a little faster grind for before wave 30 gets here. Now, I've done this without doing this, and I've done it with doing this. Either way, they get moved by the end of the game because you need distractions for the end part. Like distracting tanks and distracting the boss. That'll save you a lot of time on getting to kill those sooner. We're not going to touch the mortars until about round 32, 33. Until then, it's Outlaw time. These 3 right here is probably enough distraction for your first tank and stuff. This guy comes up. You probably want to pop this just to make sure he gets down in time before your timer starts the next round. You don't want the next round starting when you're still trying to clear. It's terrible if that happens. It starts to back you up really hard and you don't want it. Right now, I think I'm going to buy the $9,000 upgrade. It's an expensive investment, and it may seem a little sketchy, but I promise you'll be alright. Go ahead and grab it, because now your Outlaws upgrades are going to be dirt cheap. Coming up to round 30, you'll be able to get way more ramp off on them now. So, just go ahead and do that. We can see we got that next tank coming in, so we're just going to go ahead and pop our Call to Arms. Get that working for us to get those guys down up there. Dun, 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 dun. Keep upgrading Outlaws. That's all I'm doing right now. That rock monster should go down. We got 12 seconds for him to die anyways, so I'm not too worried about doing anything. Basically, keep an eye on that timer. You don't want to be shooting something here if stuff's about to start coming from the entrance. I say that in the terms that once you get ramping 3 commanders, you're not going to have a lot of time to feel like you have time to upgrade and stuff, so you want to try and play that between popping commander buffs and everything. You're going to want to play between those times you get. This one, you probably maybe want to pop a commander buff. The hidden bosses can be a bit nasty, but I think our luck with how we placed and got our money with our Cowboys, we're doing pretty good. We'll move into an Outlaw upgrade. This guy's going to be a pain to click on. Oh, come here now. There we are. There we are. We got him. And we're back on it again. We'll upgrade him. Who's not level 2? Pretty much want to get all these level 2 by round 30 minimal. If you can get higher than that, I'd take it. Because you don't have to worry about nothing else till later anyways, so. If you can get it, take it. Go for it. Full send. You can see they're doing fine. Don't even have to worry about buffing right now with Commander. He does have this static buff of 15%, which is what probably most of this has on it. Yep. And that's a good buff. Gives him a decent buff. Nothing crazy, but it does what it needs to get done. And we got one more 2800 upgrade now that that's done. Commanders are all... Outlaws are all level 2. We're good there. But... like I said, if you can get further with them, for sure. Or you could take this time like this and move some more cowboys. We can see that his range kind of peaks this a little bit, so we can actually probably get away with right here and actually even get an even better spot for a cowboy to farm some extra money for you. / be a distraction. I'm going to go ahead and skip this round. I'm feeling pretty confident in ourselves. We'll pop a buff here just in case. We'll put this guy up here for some extra money as well. That should be good. 6 cowboys up there should generate you pretty good money. Yeah, see, the next round didn't really start anytime too early anyways. Now just work on these $6,000 upgrades for your guys. You have enough cowboys up there, you should be raking in good money if you did about what I just did. You should be raking in the dollars. Dollars, yummy, yummy. Don't skip here, those rock monsters are pretty hefty. This is one of the other stickier rounds for timing wise. Make sure you're getting your commander buff off because you do have to mow through about 3 of these before you're done. They're not too bad, but just watch your timer. We got 15 seconds, there's 2 of them left. I'm feeling pretty good right now on getting those 2 down on time. Got 5 seconds, but they're going to finish them up in time. So we're good there. We got 4 level 3s. We're going to keep that pattern up. Just keep getting level 3s as we go. The higher these outlaws are, the faster that first tank's going to go down, and the better off you're going to be with that first tank. Now, you can just start off with one of these if you want, and keep it shoved back a little bit better in the beginning. It's honestly kind of up to you if you want to use that right now. I don't think it's necessary in these current rounds, but use it as you like. Now, we're just keeping up with our outlaws here. We're almost all level 3 outlaws, which is pretty good for this. I'd say we've gotten pretty good with our money farm so far. So yeah, things are going pretty good here. Now, on this round, you probably want to be ready on your commander. Just because you know that tank's coming. You know he's coming, and you know he's going to do some damage, and you just want to make sure he gets down. I'm going to go ahead and use this now, just to make sure this stuff gets down. Because honestly, if you mow this down, then they'll be working on him sooner. So we'll just pop it here. Plus, I'm also going to just go ahead and take this opportunity to grab our second commander and just max him all the way out. Buff with our second commander. And you can see that first tank is here. And what did I tell you? The Cowboys make a great distraction. A+ effort, Cowboys. You done did your job. You are going down in history. Next, we're just going to pop our next buff. Go ahead and max out our next commander. Why not? He threw a rock at the Cowboys again. Good job, Cowboys. You're doing your job. And round 30 gone. Just like that. Now that we are coming up into the Templar waves, we want to work on our mortars. I know we said probably 32 to 35-ish. 32 to 34 is about your actual window that you have to upgrade. We're just going to work on these now since I feel like we're kind of ahead on our outlaws already. And we're doing fine. These guys are going to be great for just cleaving everything down anyways. So I recommend trying to get the bigger, the better bombs upgrade before moving on to the next one. The last upgrade's kind of expensive, but you at least get the better bombs. This is so much more damage per the upgrade, and it's so worth it. It's going to make your life easy. We're just barely a few dollars off from getting that. Okay, that's done. We're coming into wave 32 just fine. pop a commander buff if you like. Get yourself a little buff. It never hurts to use them. If you want to clean the game faster, continuously just pop them over and over. Maybe even have a third commander by now. It's really just depends. If you're willing to take your time and just do it slow, it's probably safer, but I know in my previous game I was able to actually skip some rounds in the 30s and do just fine. I think I had 3 commanders up by then though, so that was playing in my favor. He threw a rock at my commanders. Why'd you do that? Oh, that guy got stunned too. Okay, now we're going to move into the final upgrades. These are worth it. You're definitely going to want these before round 35. It's going to give that additional range. Here, I'll stand here and show you with one more upgrade. Hold up, let me get a commander buff off at the start here when I show this to you, just to make sure we're keeping the wave shoved back. Okay. See that distance is going to be real important for making sure things die. So with that done, we'll get another one. As you can see right now, at wave 33, we're not really forced to keep on top of our commanders. Enjoy these rounds. The last, like, 5 rounds, not a fun time. You have to be on top of those commanders non-stop. You can go ahead and throw a few cowboy buffs up here, too. The cowboys are going to be useful in the later rounds. Mainly for Templar and distractions, but still useful nonetheless. Everybody suits their own part in this team in their own way. These don't need to be anywhere specific, just kind of up here somewhere to be a good distraction. Maybe even try throwing them here. I haven't thrown any here yet in any of my games. I'll do that this game just to see what happens. Alright, we'll throw that up. I'm going to go ahead and continue to move our last 3 cowboys up there. Let's go ahead and work on that right now. After I get a commander buff off. Alright, let's throw a cowboy up here. I've never thrown him this far offensively, but maybe that'll be good for a way early distraction. And then we'll just continue to place them every so often. They make great distractions. They really do. I can't stress that enough. They make such great distractions. It's actually just amazing how much of a distraction they are to the bosses and the tanks and stuff like that, and the Templars. Alright, so we're coming on to wave 35 here. You can see wave 35 has started. And we're on part. Get on your commanders right away for this round. You can see I have 60 grand, but this round's really not about getting your Templar, your Outlaws up anyways. This round's pretty much all Mortars and Cowboys and whatever else you got going on. The Outlaws are like worthless except for the big guys this round, so it's not really worth it to... You don't really need them upgraded right now. You want to make sure you're on top of these buffs, though. You can throw a buff, though. Like, we threw a buff there, and then you can go into upgrading, then just make sure you're out of that and ready to buff again soon. So we're back. Boom. Good. You can see that the Templar's already going down. We're doing swell. We're doing real swell, guys. Oh, we forgot to buff one time there. It doesn't hurt us too bad. We got 29 seconds. The Templar's already almost dead. And he's finished off. 35 done. First Templar out of our way. And then just continue to grab upgrades on these guys as you can. Between commander buffs. God, man, I'm mixing up so many words today. I apologize for the mixed up words. Hopefully you hear my corrections and we're all squared away when you do this. The Templar buff, what's that? Don't want you doing that. I want you to win these. Anyways, just make sure you're getting your commander buffs off. You can see we're at almost 40 grand. That's 2 outlaw buffs with our DJ discount. So right as I pop this next one, right here, I'm going to move into some outlaws and I'm just going to grab them their upgrades. Can I get a third one? Can I get a third one done? Oh, now we might be late to our buff. Nope, we made it in time. Alright, next buff. By the way, just to let you know, the Summoners and the Templars are going to look probably worse than the actual, like... The final boss round will probably feel more comfortable than these rounds. Just because the Templars, man. They're annoying. And with the multiple wizards and stuff coming out, can be a little bit of a pain, but... And you can see he's going down. Oh, we need to wiggle our camera view in here to get this guy. Alright, cool. I'm just going to sit on him until he's maxed out. We got 6 seconds. Hopefully that guy's going down in that time. I'm not popping any buffs, but I don't want to unclick off this guy. It's so hard to click on. Alright, cool. I'm gonna have to re-click him because I need a commander buff. Yeah, well, we'll fish it out once I... Alright, we see those first shots. Commander buff. Can I get this guy, please? Why are you so hard to click on? Alright, make sure you're keeping commander buffs up. Wait, it looks like we got like one more guy to upgrade, and then we're good to ride the wave for the rest of the game. And commander buff. We'll grab this guy's upgrade, and that looks like we're done with our outlaws. Our cowboys are feeling good. Our commanders are feeling good. Can we place any more? No. Now, if you want here, you can do this, this. What this is going to do is it's going to allow you to give that static buff and maybe inactivate buff to your cowboys just to help melt things. But now you can see that they got that attack speed buff, so now they're attacking just that little bit faster, you know? The more attacks you get off, the faster that Templar's going to go down, so it may be better than having another cowboy up there to have your other cowboys near him buffed. It could be useful. I'm not going to say it's necessary, but it could be useful. And we got 5 seconds to get this guy down. Probably not going to happen. We might fall behind here a little bit. Maybe. 5 seconds in the next round starting. Yeah, we're probably going to fall a little bit behind here. That should be alright. As long as he doesn't hit my commander next, we'll be alright. Get our commander buff off. He should be going down here soon, hopefully. And good thing he shot the cowboys again and not my commanders. Anyways, once he goes down, we should be able to shove the wave back out. These aren't very hard to clean up. We'll clean them up real quick, like, no problem at all. I'm gonna wait till his next commander buff. And I was gonna use this guy's, but I guess not anymore. There's no reason to. He's kind of looks like he's occupied right now. Alright, we'll go and use that next buff. Then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna use his buff. That just gives our cowboys the buff, you know. Maybe help us get some things down over there a little bit. It's not really super necessary, but anything to help yourself, why not? And we're just going to continue to chain our commander buffs. As you can see, pretty much the mortars are going to pretty much clean everything along with the Templar where his position is. Okay, a tank did get by. That is fine. We're good. We got 14 seconds to clear this wave. We'll just pop another commander buff. Oh, he got my commander in a stun. That could be bad, but I don't think it is because we just got a new commander buff off. I think we're good. And commander buff going. Alright, cool, we're good. Next round starts in 3 seconds. We're clear. That's a full clean sweep. We're back caught up to where we need to be. Wave 39. Just make sure we're popping our commander buffs and keeping on top of what we need to be keeping on top of. You can go ahead and pop this one over here if you want to help yourself out a little bit. Why not? We'll pop another commander buff back here. You can see this is working fine for us. We're doing perfectly fine. And time for a commander buff. We'll move on to our next commander. Did I go backwards? No. No, I didn't. I was confused. Alright, next commander buff. You can see the Templars at 7,000. He's almost about to be halfway down. He hasn't made it nowhere, and he's already halfway down. We're going to go pop another commander buff. Might as well pop this one up here to help ourselves a little bit more. Always, if you can help yourself, just help yourself, you know? Why not? We're not doing anything else. I'll go ahead and pop the next commander buff. I think I was late on that, to be honest. As you can see, as long as you clear this round, you got an extra minute here still to clear this round, so that'll give you a fresh start into round 40. Alright, now we just got the Summoner who's barely alive and the Templar who's barely alive. They'll both go down rather quickly here in the next seconds. I'm not going to waste any buffs. I'm going to try to give everybody a full downtime reset here with the Templar's last bit of dying and the full timer we have there. Alright, get your fingers a nice stretch here. Maybe get a quick drink of water. Put the water down and get ready for your final round. Start with the Templar... Templar, why do I keep saying that? Start with your commander buff here. Go ahead and pop it up there so that way your cowboys are using it. And then once this is about to fall off, go ahead and activate your next commander. Then wait on your third commander. And we're doing good. Want a good start here. The Templar's already down to 8k. Go ahead and pop that next commander buff. It's probably about time for it. Now when we can pop this one again. We know the one in the front is back up. If you want to help yourself again, which, like I said, if you can help yourself, help yourself. So Commander buff. We know this guy's going to come up. Hopefully he comes up before our next commander is necessary to be needed to be used. I don't think he is. So we'll go back here. We'll pop middle one. All right, we can see he's up. We'll get on him. We'll help ourselves out here with giving our cowboys a little buff and just helping ourselves out again. I don't know what that guy is shooting at, but I'm not going to question him. He's helping us out. Thank you, kind Templar, for helping us out. Now that he's down, we're just working on the angels here, so we're going to get him. And now we remember that we got this off after we used this one. Also, good thing we got this guy off because that shockwave just stunned him, so good news. We got that off in time. All right, we're going to use that, and then the lightning. See, and that's the bad RNG I'm talking about. You can get that on these ones, and you won't get, like, any buffs off half the time. So it can be dangerous. This can be risque. We're going to get this off just to help ourselves. Why not help ourselves when we can help ourselves, right? You can see the king, Fallen King's at 130k, and he's barely just wrapping that first corner. You can see he shut down my guy, but we don't got nothing else to do. He's going to get lined up into that next. Oh, no, he got away with it because the other stun was on him already still. Cool, so he slid by without getting another stun on him. We can see this guy's getting close. We don't want to get anybody stunned here before we get another buff off, so we'll throw our buff first. We're going to wait for him to come out of that, and then once he comes out of it, we're going to pop this buff ASAP and hope that our commander doesn't get a stun. Alright, cool. Next, pop this commander, get those cowboys some extra shots in. Why not? Why not? Get those extra shots in. You can see he's going immune. We're just going to wait. Might as well just hold up. He's out of it. Go ahead. Oh, he stunned that one. He stunned that one. Alright, since that one's stunned, we'll just move into our second one since he's up first. Yeah, by the way, if one's stunned, don't wait up for him. Just move on to the next one if his thing's up. So this guy's back in the game again. We'll use him next. This guy will be next. We're just going to use this back here for those guys. Oh, he's stunned. Never mind. Okay. Fallen King's at 40k. We're doing pretty good. I think we got him this game. He's coming down to 36. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, this was our next in line. Since, you know, it swapped because the one guy got stunned. Go ahead and pop this because we know his invincibility is about to end. And we don't want to make sure we get stunned right off the bat and lose our chance to get a buff off. As he's marching away with his last 17k. Oh, he got some good stuns off there. He got some really good stuns off there. Alright, we got our buff off again. He got some really good stuns there, man. Shut us down again. Alright, but he's gone. And that's how I solo Fallen with my favorite tower, DJ. This is probably not the most effective way to solo Fallen, but I want to keep using my favorite troop. And with that, I just want to show you that even if you have a favorite troop, I'm pretty sure you can drag it through just about anything. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it's 30 minutes long, but it's definitely quite the ride to solo a Fallen. And hopefully you guys can emulate this well. Hopefully I didn't oh my god, I can't talk today. I'm so sorry. Hopefully my mess up in words wasn't too distracting, and hopefully you can follow this good. On that note, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys all in the next video or stream. Peace out, and take care, my thick jellyfish family.